We are going live. And we're getting started with, I believe this is day 3 of the Builderall Bootcamp on sales funnels. And also I want to remind you guys that today's Wednesday. So this is a very, very special day in Builderall, because usually on Wednesday is when we take a look at what money we've earned in Builderall, and we click that withdraw button so that we can actually get our money tomorrow. So this is pre-payday, and pre-payday is always a good day in Builderall. It's a fabulous day for me. I'm like super excited about my payday tomorrow. But just wanted to let you know that, because Wednesdays are very special to me, and Thursdays even more special. But pre-payday today, so very exciting. So we talked Monday and yesterday about sales funnels. We talked about what sales funnels are, some of the ins and outs of sales funnels, some ideas, philosophy about sales funnels. And then yesterday we talked about, you know, like what can you make into a sales funnel, right? What do you have to have for a sales funnel? Can it be something simple? Does it have to be something specific? Can it be a digital product? Can it be a physical product? What can it be? So we kind of talked about that, and we talked about this idea of the goldfish training kit being a part of a sales funnel, right? Who knew that you could train goldfish? But can you imagine, can you imagine the shock? Because I remember the first time I saw the goldfish training kit, I honestly thought that it was a joke. I thought they were kidding. And then as I was diving into it a little bit more and considering how I could integrate that into my high school biology class, I realized that they weren't kidding, and this was actually a valuable tool. So they had to convince me of that somehow. So in their content, in their materials, there was something in there that convinced me that it was for real, it could be done, and it gave me some ideas on how I could use it in my classroom. So when we're talking about building a funnel, no matter how crazy this product is, that off the wall thing, your job in the funnel is to actually use your personality and your flair to actually present that item in a way that makes it sell, that makes the person understand why they need that product, right? So technically we can take any product. I still can't imagine any product that we cannot put into a funnel. So what I want to do now is I asked some of you guys that were here yesterday to come up with a wacky idea of a product that you could start with to create a funnel, and then work around building the entire funnel, like maybe what could be your lead magnet, what could be your upsells, your downsells, all that kind of stuff. So does anybody want to share what they decided on doing? I would love to hear it. And nothing's wrong.
I didn't decide, but I had 2 ideas pop to my mind. Breathing air or toothache. You said wacky ideas.
Well, I don't think we can like sell a toothache. That would be a little bit difficult. Like, let me come to your house and give you a toothache. I'll get the ball peen hammer out.
How do you get over it? How
There
do you protect yourself? How do you to do after the toothache?
Fabulous. I would buy that one today. There's what you're saying then is probably like an ebook with maybe some homeopathic and medicinal remedies for toothaches. And that would be actually a really good ebook. And I think that beyond that, Gabriel, we could have a lead magnet, like the 10 warning signs that you're having problems with a tooth or something like that. So get that to them, then sell them the ebook, and then maybe have a series of videos to show how to put cold prep compresses together, how to you know, do something physical that you can do, like a heating pad. Where should you put it? How should you put it? Stuff like that. That could be an upsell. And then maybe what I need today is like just a coaching series that you have a coach that says, it's okay, it's all going to be better, just go have the tooth pulled.
Right.
You could actually do a whole funnel off of that, right? So you've got the ebook, you've got the free book, the ebook, videos, coaching, and all of that can be a funnel on toothaches. So yeah, absolutely. What do you think?
I found something to do.
What's that?
It's a mezuzah. It actually goes on the outside of the door.
What is it now?
A mezuzah, it's religious. It's something that's religious.
Oh, okay, great. Oh my gosh. So that's a physical product that you could sell and have shipped, right? So
Yeah.
what would you do to lead into that, to maybe before you sell it, get their name and their email address? How could you do that?
Probably like an ebook or something that, say, about what does it mean for religion and how it wards off whatever.
Awesome. So you would have a little ebook that you could give away to them that talks about this product and how it's used in religion to do whatever it is that it does. Reading this product.
Yeah, what it is it blesses the house that it's in. It's like, if you remember during Passover when they put the blood over the doors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fabulous. So then you're teaching them about this and then you go and sell them one. So that's absolutely fabulous. It's really a good idea. So if you sold them this item, could you upsell them on anything?
Probably on education on the religion, because a lot of people don't know very much about Judaism. They think they do, but they really don't.
Yeah, you could actually upsell them on maybe some video instruction or audio instruction. Could you do anything like maybe a membership area for people that maybe access more information about the religion or even religious symbols?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're seeing that you can take this idea, just that one little product, and flesh out a completely full funnel. Now, does this mean, guys, that if we do this, that we must do it? If we come up with these ideas, is this a must? Do we? I mean, she's got this great product. She's got a great idea for the ebook to give away with it. She's got a great idea for upsell and another upsell. Is this something that now that she's come up with this idea, must she do it?
Well, I guess you have to kind of do a little bit more research to see your demographics and see what's if you're gonna have an audience to buy into it.
Yep,
Right.
because I'm going to tell you that ideas are like what my husband says, but he says a little bit more vulgar word. Ideas are like buttholes. Everybody has one.
Right.
The true truth in the pudding is, can you put that idea into action to actually create a viable product, a viable business, right? And to do that, you need to do your research. So I could come up with 1,000 funnels probably in the next hour. If I wasn't medicated, 2,000 funnels in the next hour. But the reality is they're all ideas. The next step would be to actually do the research to see if it's truly viable. Tyree?
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Shelly, I couldn't really think of anything last night, but when Davita held up her product, I thought about one for my cat because I got a cat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this little red light, little infrared light.
Oh,
and,
wow.
And I play with her with that, and she goes crazy when she sees this all over the house, and it shines either day or night or both.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured this could be a product, and so now you're talking, things are coming to me, so I can do a little research and do an ebook as to why the cats love this little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you were saying upsell, another thing came to my mind. They have these little cat little things that the cats like to rest on. They're like little
hotels is what they call
right.
it.
That's it, Vita. So I can upsell that, and the thing is, I can do a video showing her chasing this and running all around that little cat hotel, and then resting on it. And they also have little shelves that you can put on the wall that cats like to rest on. So I can upsell them to the shelf, to the hotel. If they don't want the hotel, downsell them to the little shelves and make a little product out of that. So you just gave me an idea that I'm gonna work on.
That is absolutely fabulous. And let me tell you about your idea, Tyree. Your Tyree idea is on the money. And let me tell you what I did when I first started Builderall. I made about maybe $10,000 really, really fast because I made funnels that were set up so that I found the products, priced the products out, created the funnels, created the front end product, upsell, and then the thank you page, and sold those funnels as is with the product and pricing for $1,000 a piece. And I did 10 of those like that. One of my favorites was actually a baby products funnel, where we got them into the funnel to sell them a basic baby front pack, you know, so you can carry the baby on the front of your body. And when they bought that, then they went into another product that was like a baby diaper bag, but it was a really innovative bag. And then they could buy that. And then it went to a really neat chair that if you were taking the baby out to eat, like at a restaurant or something, a lot of times they don't have good high chairs because you're worried they're going to fall out. So this is actually a little thing you can set up on any normal chair, and it will allow them to be able to sit up like big and not fall out of the chair. And that one funnel I actually charged like $3,000 for, and it sold like that. It was not even a question. The person bought it, and I don't know if they're still using it, but it had the product source, the prices, it was all drop ship stuff. And it was a complete funnel that the person could go through to buy their baby products. So it was fabulous, actually. And it was a great way to make money. So what you're thinking of, Tyree, is exactly what I was doing about a year ago, working on finding those products that flow together. They make sense because they go together, and you can build an entire funnel that way, and either use it yourself to sell the product, or you can sell it out to somebody and then they can sell it.
Hey, Shelly, this funnel you just described right now, you did it for a specific person, or
No, I actually made it, and then put some information out there to people that said, hey, I'm building funnels. Here's one that has these products. I'm selling it for $3,000. The baby one, my husband insisted that I sell it for $3,000. I was actually going to only sell it for $1,000. And the day I put it out, somebody came and bought it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, do you take that same funnel and resell it, or?
I can, but I did promise exclusivity to all of my clients. So I just decided to go ahead and keep it exclusive, because I can build it. I can build another one anytime I want to, with different products, different colors. I can do anything I want to. So yeah, it was absolutely fabulous. And it's all about the funnel and everything being set up so that it flows for the person that goes into the funnel. So yeah, Tyree, you hit something that's fabulous, and Davida hit on it as well, which is you're building out that funnel based on things that are related to each other, and you get the traffic to come in there, and you set that path up, and you will get some sales, and it will actually be really good. So any other ideas, you guys, about products that you want to put into a funnel?
You know, if you go on a site called aish.org, and it's a Jewish site, and it's from Israel, and what they do is they have little videos, one for Rosh Hashanah, based on, what is it, rock? I can't remember. On a song, and it's the way they do it, and it just flows, but it's a way to tell people and educate them about the holidays.
Oh, that's great. That's so great. And for somebody like me, I'm not Jewish, and I don't know that information. So like when holidays come up that are Jewish, high holidays, I would like to have information about that so that I could tell my friends, hey, happy Rosh Hashanah, or happy Hanukkah, or, something like that. And I don't feel like I'm like making a mistake, right? Like
It's
I'm probably not trying
Rock
to
of Ages, that song, Rock of Ages, it's the tune.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And then
Awesome.
and then they dance to it.
That's awesome. So what you hit on, Davida, is definitely an opening that you can work on with building a funnel, and ending it with maybe either a membership area or information or something like that. So you've got some really good ideas. Now remember, we all have ideas. So the next part is to really flesh it out and see if it's valuable, and something that you want to spend your time doing. Is it going to give you some type of return on your investment, whether that's a money investment or a time investment? It doesn't matter which one, because you're still investing. So you need to decide, do your research, and decide if there's going to be a ROI, return on investment, on it. Any other ideas, Gabriel?
Yeah, I have a question. I'm getting off topic. We're parallel.
We always do. This is boot camp.
Yeah. Can you give us some clarity on what you're thinking? I just had this idea. I like to target certain groups or certain markets that are, and sell them a small product or an ebook or something that it's related to them. Insurance industry, contractors industry, real estate industry, whatever. Sell them something that are interested to them. That's the hook, so to speak. For me, I want to build my list into that, under that genre or into that niche, for example. However, because these particular industries or particular verticals, they're related to my industry, now I can, because I build my list, I can introduce them to my product, so to speak, later on. I don't know if that makes sense. Does it make sense?
It does. It does. You're casting
So
a
in
wide
other words,
net
I'm
first.
going after insurance industry. I want to hook up with a lot more people in the insurance industry. I gotta give them something that is related to them, and when they see it, they're like, wow. But I want to sell them very inexpensive product, so that way I know they're for they're a good list, they're buyers, etc., 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 and they're not phony addresses, etc. And now I build that. Now I can communicate with them. Now they know me, and now I can introduce them. So it's, you call that the tripwire, or I don't know.
No, it's not. That one's not really the tripwire. The tripwire is intentionally selling them something inexpensive so that you lead them in that same funnel to a core offer. What you're trying to do is what I kind of relate to trying to cast a really wide net in the expectation that casting that wide net, you're going to catch some of them that are actually interested in.
No, it's not a wide net. It's a specific net, because if I talk to, I'm going after insurance, I'm going after contractors, I'm going after plumbers, I'm going. Make sense?
I think I understand that. But when you go for insurance, that's a pretty wide net, because not all insurance agents are going to want Builderall.
Right, but I'm talking about a specific other product. Even insurance, they want to get more fun. They want to get their funnels. They want to get more traffic. They want to get, so I guess they,
Yeah. So I think what you're going for is the larger group of insurance people, but you want to try to figure out how to narrow it down to the smaller group that's going to actually be insurance people that want the things that you just mentioned, a landing page, a marketing campaign set up, stuff like that. So to me, that's what I equate to a large. You're not targeting Builderall people, you're targeting insurance people.
Right.
But then the goal is to narrow it down eventually to get it to Builderall people or whatever product that you're going to promote to them. So that's what
are you targeting agents?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Desmond.
Agents.
No, because I sell insurance also. I was just wondering if you're going to target
my question is, how do I go after these people, a particular genre? Because I don't want to, when I say insurance, I'm not talking about dentists. That's a different vertical, right? So if I'm talking, I got to build a funnel that talks directly to insurance people now.
Right.
I'm selling them something. I'm getting them into my list to the small sale. So that way I know where I'm not just going fly by night and give me phony emails and all that stuff. I made a little bit of money, which is, I don't care about this money. It's just about to cover my expenses, my advertising. But then I have a relationship with these people, and now I can slowly introduce them to other products, or so build my list into that. And if I have something for insurance agents later, I can sell them. Now I can sell dentists. Now I can sell electricians, and so on and so forth. Make sense?
I think that the challenge in that exercise for me would be, if you want to hit different niches. So let's say you want to hit insurance companies, and you want to hit, I don't know, automotive dealers, and then you want to hit chiropractors, and then you want to hit teachers.
Furniture salesman.
Furniture salesman, right? You're not an expert in all of these areas. You want to hit those areas, but you're not an expert in what's going to speak to them. So the hard part to me would be taking the time to figure out how to speak to them. And that, to me, the time is going to be in going into Facebook groups, talking to other people that are insurance people or foot doctors or whatever it is, and finding out what words can you say, what pain points do they have where you can speak to them. I think that's why you don't see a whole lot of people that do like wide ranging stuff like that and say, oh, I specialize in helping insurance agents, and I help real estate agents, and I help foot doctors, and I help chiropractors, and I help furniture salesmen, and I help automotive people, because you'd have to specialize in each of those areas for exactly what those people need, because they're going to need specific email campaigns, they're going to need specific wording, images on their websites, stuff like that. So tackling all of it is hard. So when you do this, I think there's gonna be a lot of generalities, and I think you're constantly on your tail trying to figure out, how do I speak to the insurance people and how do I speak to the chiropractic people? What you see when you have real web agencies is that they specialize in a few areas. So they specialize in just insurance agents, because they know exactly what the insurance agents need and how to say it in a way that brings in the people for the insurance agents.
Right.
So to me, that's the challenge, is if you go too wide, touching too many places, you're not specializing in anything. If you go a little bit narrower and choose a few areas, then you're going to hit it hard and hit it well. And then you can spend the time to find what you need to know to be able to speak to these specific groups.
So the idea is to pick up my niches, whatever they're 5 or 10, whatever, and then the verticals I'm talking about, and then find out exactly what speaks to them. Maybe go talk to an insurance agent or talk to a chiropractor, and then get educated.
Actually, go through the whole process. Say, hey, I'm going to do this for you pro bono. Here's what I'm going to provide. Let's sit down and talk about it, and then take notes on every single thing you do, so that when you actually offer it as a service, you know what these guys need, because you've already done it once, and you can actually have the demo up there as well.
Shelley, I have a question for you. If, like in my case, I'm a professional speaker and trainer, and I've written training programs, and I've always, when I've given speeches, one of the speeches I give, I always talk about the fuzzy tail and those little furry little things, the weep holes. Those are things that you would hand out. So what would you use in this case if you wanted to do something that someone would use as a giveaway that they can look at every day, and it reminds them of you and it brands you?
And what are you branding? Are you branding Builderall? You as a Builderall, like a web agency?
Like brands the company, who you are, your business, what you do.
It depends on the company. What company are you talking about?
Well, like in my case, if I'm like, the name of my company is Career Performance Institute, because I teach people to, I guess, entrepreneurs. And if I'm using a story like the fuzzy tail, and let me go into a little bit of what the fuzzy tail is. It's based on, the story is a mother, a father, a son, and a daughter, and wherever they went, they would give out warm fuzzies. And then the witch came along and she was jealous, so she told him, if you keep giving out these warm fuzzies, you will, they'll run out. So they quit giving them out. They started giving out instead cold pricklies and false fuzzies, until the hit woman comes along and says it's okay. And what it is these little furry things. And you've seen those little weep holes that you can.
I have, yep.
So it could be one of those little squeeze balls or something, but you've given away something that someone would use on a consistent basis, that whether it's a handout or whatever, but it's something that when they use it, it reminds them of your business, no matter what your business is, whether it's an insurance agency, a real estate agency, that you want repeat business.
Yeah, I totally understand. And let me tell you, it's funny that you say that. It's not really related to sales funnels, but it's okay. We'll go there, because all of you guys have a business. All of this is valuable. This idea of handing out something to remind them of your business is actually really important. You want to do that. You want to have business cards for sure. And I don't have my business card with me, or I'd show it to you. I have a kick butt business card. I love it. But you want to have business cards all the time. And then it is nice to have those off the wall, different things that you can give them just to remind you of your business. And to give you an example, we actually years ago, this is when our children were little, we had a balloon shop. I know that you can't imagine me with tons of balloons around me, but we had a balloon shop. And we did the latex balloons, we did the Mylar balloons, we had the machine that sucked open the balloons so you could put stuff inside of the balloon and like stand it up. It was like so awesome. And my husband and I were thinking, how can we promote this? I mean, it's just another little gift shop. You know, it's not really a flower shop, it's a balloon shop, but it's still just a little gift shop. How do you really promote this so people want to come in and check out our products? So what we did is we went in and got a bunch of latex balloons, which are the rubber balloons. And if you've ever bought those balloons before, you know that when you blow them up, by the end of the day, they're down on the floor, right? And it's because the latex is, it's very porous, and the helium actually leaks out through those little bitty pores in the balloon. So what we did is we went and got something called high float, which is a substance that you put inside of the latex balloon. It coats the inside, and it allows that balloon to float for like a week instead of just one day. And so it was our like calling card. And so what we did was we went in and blew up like 100 of them. And then we got these really cute, you can get them like all over now, but they're little weighted stands that you can put on balloons. And you just tie the balloon to it, and it's got enough weight on it, it will hold the balloon down, right? So we went and gave out 100 of those balloons to different businesses and churches and, you know, everywhere that we could get in the door. And it was actually funny because we had a load of them in our big truck, and my husband didn't shut the door tight enough, and it opened in the wind, and several of them came out, and they were like walking down the road. So it was like 50 balloons walking down the road. So we had to go catch them all and bring them back in. So it's just a hoot nanny. But when we handed them out, we added a balloon card, like a business card, onto them that said something like, our balloons float longer than any balloons you've ever seen, and watch, this balloon's going to float for a week, or something like that. We got so much business out of that one thing, right? That one thing brought people to our business, like actually in droves. And we couldn't handle all the business that we got in the very beginning because it was so much. Cristiano?
Yeah, I just want to give David an idea here. In Brazil, we use kitchen gas in a bottle, right? And you have lots of companies who sell the bottles for everyone. What the company do to keep reminding their company or their number? They give us like little cards like this, for example, with the print, the number and the name of their company. And on the bottle, they give you the calendar, so you can stick it to your fridge.
Oh, that's great.
You can stick to your fridge, and you don't know when your gas is gonna run out. So you stick to the fridge. Everyone's go to the fridge every day to take food and to take water or everything. So they every day are seeing the logo, the company, and the number. So when the gas finished, of course you're gonna call that company to bring you another one.
That's fabulous.
It can work for every business, you know?
That's fabulous. So yeah, so I think the idea behind this, Cristiano said it beautifully. The idea is, it's not really about forcing it to pick something and give away. It's about truly thinking about it. Think about your company, about your business, about how you want to represent yourself. And then start that process of going through those little trinket books and stuff. I think there's
companies that sell those things.
There's tons of,
because I used to go to the expos for training and development, and they were always there because it's something that speakers always need to give out that's unique and different.
Right, and I've seen people do things like, you can buy the paper that looks like a $50 bill that's folded, and you put it down on you just drop a few as you're going somewhere, and people will pick it up thinking they're finding money, but when they open it up, it's actually your like information about your product or service or something like that. I've actually never done that, but there's been so many times I'm like, man, that's like a really great idea. And it would be great for something like Builderall, right? Where you make an extra $50 learning how to build websites and help people, meet their dreams or something like that. So there's tons of stuff out there. And there's actually no reason it can't be integrated into a sales funnel. If you've got a sales funnel that has products, you can think of a way that you can promote that thing offline to be able to get them online to your sales funnel. Tyree?
Yeah, and while we're talking, you and David and a few others have given me an idea. And hopefully you can see, hopefully everyone can see that I try to put it together. Just came to me. My cat has a story behind, my cat and I have a story. I could use that as a lead magnet to get them to purchase this product now. For me, I know the first thing that a cat likes is this little substance called catnip.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, but a lot of people don't know that. So I can have a little video on the sales page showing, talking about my cat, just a story, because people like stories. Then click here to find out more. But at the same time, I can tell them I can have a little picture, a little ebook, get this ebook on some of the things that makes a cat fun to have. And when they get that ebook, it'll talk about the catnip, the light, the little cat hotel, and the shelves. And then as they get that ebook, while they're getting that ebook, it lands on a page showing my cat going crazy with the catnip. They can buy the catnip. Catnip 99 cents to $1, so they'll do that. From that,
this is something that my sister brought. You see, it's a little taxi. Look at this.
Oh, isn't that funny?
This is a little.
It's like a lead magnet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's from Henry Vendel, the designer.
Yep. So there's so much you can do, guys. That's what's the fun about this particular project that we're working on with Sales Funnel. And Tyree, again, you are spot on, right? You are talking about putting yourself into that, creating a know, like, and trust factor. They're going to get to know you. They're going to get to like you because you like your kitty. And I can tell you already, I love you because you love your kitty. And then when you get them knowing, liking, and trusting you, they're going to be more apt to go ahead and pull out that credit card and buy from you. So
it was one other part that I had, Shelley, because I was also trying, since I can get them to know me, like me, and trust me, how can I get them to know something about me, but yet keep me in their mind? Because, through the sales funnel, and when Davida was mentioning about how you can hand something out and keep people in memory of you, what I was thinking about is that use words to say, when you get this, I use this as a way to say, like the catnip, every time you have this, I want you to think about me and what I do. And then as they going through the phone, I said, I want to give you an ebook to show you what I do with my cat and what I do to make life fun. Now, in the second ebook would be me and about my business. And then I'll again relate to them, have a video showing how I play with the cat while I'm doing my business or while I'm waiting for something to happen in the market. So therefore, every time at the end of the funnel, whether they buy anything or not, just the catnip, the thing is, when they had a catnip, every time they pick that catnip up, they're gonna remember what I said about how this helps me. And then since I'm gonna give them not just the ebook about the cat, but an ebook about me and my cat and what I do. That right there, when they pick that catnip up, it's gonna keep me in their mind. And they'll have an ebook about me, and then from that they can go to another funnel if they choose to.
Well, let me tell you something. That is powerful, and let me tell you why that idea is powerful. Okay, because you're going to sell them in that first item, the catnip thing, and you're going to get them the books and maybe some videos of you with your cat and stuff like that. So you're doing that know, like, and trust factor. Now they're going to want to watch Tyree. They're going to want to watch Tyree's YouTube channel on his cat. They're going to want to go to Tyree's blog, and they're going to want to see Tyree's information about himself and his cat, right? All of that opens you up to creating that relationship with that person that's already bought the first item from you. So now you're going to have some more cat items that you're going to be able to sell to them, and you're going to be able to sell them easier because now they're going to be on your YouTube channel. They're going to be on your blog. and you're going to be talking about them, and you're going to be sending out emails. So just think about it, the power of what you just said. It is very, very powerful. Again, though, it's kind of one of those things. We all have ideas, right? The truth in the pudding is doing the research first to see if it's a viable idea. And honestly, with this idea, Tyree, you may not see a ton of people doing exactly what you're doing. With, you know, working with your cat and shooting videos and doing a blog and selling this item and then selling them more items. So it's one of those things that it would be more about doing it because you love your cat and you've just figured out a way that you might be able to monetize it. But if it didn't monetize for you, you'd still do it because you enjoy doing this with your cat. And if it ended up being something that was able to be monetized as you're doing it, great. Because I think that would be the give and take of that particular project. It wouldn't be something that, you know, as a person, I would look at you and go, oh, Tyree, do it now. Do it now, do it now. Because the issue would be finding traffic, finding the KLT people, all that kind of stuff. But the reality is if you love it enough, you do it anyway. You do it in between all the other stuff that you're doing, right?
Yes, and see, like me, what I was thinking about, see, like all my kids are grown now. And a lot of times my grandkids don't be around. So I remember when I was working, I would come home and my kids was a way for me to release stress by playing with them. Mm-hmm. So now I can say whether it's your kids or whether your cat, I can also use that as a stress reliever. But yep. See, also now since I'm at home all the time, I do trading for a living along with internet marketing. And sometimes I need to relax the mind to be able to think of things. Or if I'm waiting for the market to move, I need something to keep me interested while I'm waiting. So that is one of the things I do. I play with her while I'm doing that. Well, for different, if I'm going to have a market that I have a niche in, this is something I can show them they can do while they're waiting for the market to move, or show them something that they can do to relax their mind and have fun so their mind can open and be creative when, you know, and not be on brain lock. So I was thinking of different things that can be done to identify with people in different niches that has a lot of time, or in that niche, they have to be able to think, but be relaxed while they think. And this is something I think that will help them.
Let me give you guys a tool, because I think Tyree he's talking all around this idea. Davida is talking all around her idea. And this is so exciting, you guys. When you get an exciting idea like this, your brain literally fires on all cylinders. I know because I was doing it last night, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how to get control of these ideas so you can actually keep them and actually continue to flesh them out so they can be something that you can work with later. Now, most of you guys probably have a pen and some paper, but I'm gonna show you something that is fabulous to have because I do believe in you know, always being a good steward of our environment. So this book right here, I have no affiliate links. Just go to Amazon.com and look up Elfin Book, E-L-F-I-N, Elfin Book. Write that down. I can't remember the cost of it, honestly, because I've had this one so long. I absolutely, positively love it. But what it is a book that looks like a notebook. So when I open it up, you'll see that I've got stuff written in there. I stay very busy. This stays very active. And it's almost always with me. If you see me without my Elfin book, I've lost it. But you can see all kinds of notes, drawings, a couple blank pages. That hardly never happens. But what it is a book that I can get a special pen. This is just a regular Pilot pen. It's called Friction, F-R-I-X-I-O-N, Friction pen. I think that's what it is. I'm old and blind and medicated, so I can't see real well. But this pen is erasable. Erasable. So and I've got a blue one, a red one, and a black one. And what I do is I write my ideas in here, and I just write freely, right? Just draw pictures, blah, 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 blah. I can do whatever I want to, because I can go back on those pages and actually just take, God, I keep going to the empty ones, you guys. Like I don't draw anything. So like this one right here, if I get tired and just decide, yeah, that idea is not going anywhere, I don't need to mess with that one anymore, I just get a wet rag and wipe it off.
Nice.
And it's clear. And then I start again, and I've got some blank pages where I can write again. This is a fabulous tool to brainstorm with because it allows you to be as free as you want to be, and you're not worried about keeping 5 stacks of papers and, oh my gosh, that idea goes over here and this idea goes over here. You can write it out, draw pictures, do whatever you want. Yep, Gabriel, you got it. And then once you flesh out an idea and you say yay or nay, if you say yay, keep it in there, keep working. If you say nay, get that wet wash rag and wipe it off. And it's done and you move on. This is a fabulous tool. It's one of my favorite tools. And I've had this now for probably over a year. I don't remember it being terribly expensive. The pens are not terribly expensive. I got 3 of them for about $7 at Office Depot, maybe. The book itself, it might be $20, but I've spent that much in paper that I saved writing down ideas.
Shelley,
so check it out. It's the Elfin book.
This pen work only on this notebook or any other one?
The pen works on anything, but the notebook is specifically designed for this pen. So
Okay.
It works beautifully on this one. You can wipe it clean. And again, I've used it for over a year, and this book is brand new. It looks brand new. When I clean it all off, it's like, wow, that's cool. I love that.
Shelley, can I have the name again?
And you can after you erase it, can you use that page to write again and again, over and over, if you erase it multiple times?
Yep,
Wow.
absolutely. It's fabulous. The other really cool
mobile
thing
white-
about it, guys, is if you write on it and you're like, oh my gosh, I have solved a world problem. It actually comes with a mobile app that you can put on your phone. And the pages, let me show you the pages real quick. The pages actually have a frame around them. See that frame?
Yeah.
That mobile app is designed to find that frame, and you can snap a picture and it will make a PDF of whatever you've written on that page.
Wow.
And then you can send it to yourself and save it.
This is so cool.
Yeah,
It is so cool. So I would suggest for you guys brainstorming, and again, this is going to be a fabulous tool when you're making up sales funnels, right? And you're starting to flesh out the beginning of the idea. This would be a fabulous tool to do that, because you can draw, wipe it off, draw, wipe it off, and kind of get some ideas before you ever really start building it in the system. So that's just one of my neat tools that I have. That is one of my favorite tools. And again, I've had it for over a year. Roberto?
Can I have the name again, please? The name?
Yeah, it's Elfin book. Elfin book.
Drop your link from Amazon here, Shelley.
Okay.
Good idea.
Okay. Let me find it. Because I'm medicated, I'll go ahead and comply. Let me find it.
You can't fool me right now.
Well, you,
All right, let's see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Elfin book. Oh, it's actually less than I thought it was. It was it's $15.99. I thought it was about $20, but
Oh,
let me
wow.
get the link. I guess that's close to $20, but all right, so I got the link and I will share that in here. You guys should all be able to access it in there. Oops, I sent it privately to Robson. Sorry, Robson's the only one that gets it.
You know, I put a link in there to a show when you start talking about giving stuff away. We have a directory and we go to local businesses and we give them a free video. But in the video, they have to say, thank you, AZ Great Deals in 30 seconds of local. And it's
Right.
branding us. And it's worked out pretty good. So now I'm going to use that and build a sales funnel around it and go back
that's
to those
great.
businesses and have them buy these.
That's
I put a link to that, to my 30 seconds of local in the description.
awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
That's fabulous. So we've talked a lot today about some great ideas. David, you got a question?
What about the pen?
What about the pen? Hold on just a second, guys. Let me see if I can find the pen.
I think it comes with a pen.
It does.
Yeah, it comes with a
but
pen. It comes with a pen though.
Mhm.
Comes with a pen there.
It does. It does.
does.
It does. But it's actually better if you definitely know the name of the pen that you need. So let me see if I can find a kit of the 3 colors like what I had, because I like having the 3 colors to organize my thoughts. They only have the bigger ones, but I'll do this one. So at least you have it. So hold on a second. Let me get my link. Just thinking about it. All right. So in here.
Yeah, they call it the Pilot Friction clicker.
Yep, Friction. That's exactly right. And I bought, again, 3 of them for about $7, but I think the link that I just put in there was more than 3, and it was about $10. And they do last.
1087. Yeah, you're right. 1087. I just look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, they do last a long time. I just had to get new pens, and I've had it for a year. So, and I use it a lot. So yeah. David, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about here, listening to everybody, and I'm thinking to myself, is it advisable to do a lead with an Amazon product? Could you do that? Would you? What's your advice on that? Because do a lead, starting off the funnel. You see, I'm thinking about Builderall at the end of this, right? I got this here the other day for 27 euros.
Mm-hmm.
That's cheap,
Mm-hmm.
right? In comparison,
Yeah, it's really
to some
good. That's a
places,
good price on it. Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And lead in with a value for money screen that you can put behind you. Now, is there any way getting them? Okay, they have to go to Amazon to buy the actual product.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way of getting them back into the funnel to say, right, so you're a marketer, you've got your start off at $27, your video equipment, and then get them into another bit of video, and then into, right, now you need the big website, now you need the whole caboodle, the whole suite, the Rolls Royce, and here it is.
Yeah, that is a little tricky. What happens is when you're selling them like an Amazon product, obviously you've got your affiliate link. So they're going to have to click that affiliate link to go off of your funnel, out of your funnel, to be able to go to Amazon. And we never want that to happen.
Right.
So there is a way that you can actually set it up so that technically they'll go out to Amazon to buy it. But you can do something that I call a pop under. It's not really technically not a pop under, but it's when you have a page and you have a button on that page. They click the button and they're going to go to a different page, right? So we're on this new page, but this page actually changes to whatever page you want them to go to.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, you have your buy link on a separate page.
So you put in the HTML code.
We actually have that capability in the button settings, Desmond. So if you are doing a button and you set the link to go to an external URL, you could set it to open in a new website, and you could set it to that the page changes where the button is at. I call it, it's technically not a pop under, but I call it a pop under because that's what it feels like to me. Is that new page will open and the old page will be under it, but will change. That old page will change for them. So you're just sending them to the next page in the funnel, and they'll go back to that tab, and they'll be at a different page.
Okay.
And would you do it? Well, the way I was thinking was get them to the page, right, and have the Amazon link. There's your link now to buy it, click that, and off you go. But hang on here a minute. You're a marketer, you need more blah, 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 and go down and then it's, okay, they haven't bought the Amazon lead-in product yet. Is that silly? Or should I
No, it's not silly. But as soon as they click that button, they're going to go to the page. Yeah. So it's the solution, the only solution that I can think of right off the top of my head is when they click that button, let them go.
New one. Yeah.
But that page they were on is going to change. So when they close Amazon, that will be open at the new page that you want them to be on.
and then they'd be back to the marketing. Yeah,
Then they'll be back to the funnel, right?
Ideally you'd buy a lot of these for a few,
Mhm.
get a few of them together, you know, and then just sell them from home, and off you go, and you keep the people on it. But for a beginner that it doesn't have the cash to do that,
Mhm.
it's just trying to think outside, you know.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
and there's no reason you can't set it up. So you buy it, put a fee on it, and ship it out to them. I mean, that's another option. Is instead of sending them off site to Amazon, you keep a stock, whatever you think that you can stock. If you want to start with 5, you start with 5.
If one could afford it, if one could afford that, that's the way to go.
Yeah, that's the business side of it, right? Cash flow is always king.
That's it. That's it.
You have to spend that money on stuff like that, then it hurts your cash flow. But that's another option. The other option too is look at these drop ship companies like DHgate, AliExpress, Alibaba, and see if they have anything like that you could actually set up as a drop ship situation.
But then you're still bringing them off the site, off the funnel, though, aren't you?
No.
To buy.
The way you set it
No,
up
you
is
got
they
the
buy it
button.
from you. So you've got the cash, and now you take that cash and pay like AliExpress, have it drop ship it to them.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
Right.
Okay. Right. So you're receiving the cash. Yeah. Gotcha. Sorry. Yeah. Okie dokie. Thanks a million. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, lots of ideas here. That's why I love the boot camp. All right, guys. I've actually spent a whole hour with you and did not get to go into the Pixel Perfect, and I've got to go get a tooth pulled. So I'm going to go ahead and end it early, not because I want to, but because, well, I do want to. That's a lie. I do want to end it so I can go get my tooth pulled. So
I think everybody got some good ideas
guys?
here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that your ideas for funnels, every single person that mentioned their idea, they're all viable funnels.
Oh, yeah.
They're all viable businesses that you can make out of those funnels, right? Every one of them. The next step would just be to go in and do a little bit of research and decide, is this something that I can truly monetize? Is it something that makes sense? Is there a need out there? Is it meeting someone's pain point? Can I create a know, like, and trust factor with enough people that this would sell? When you answer those questions and they all answer yes, 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 it's needed out there, then you start maybe getting the Elfin book out and drawing out some ideas on what you'd put together for a funnel. And then you start building the funnel. And the reality of it is these ideas that you've mentioned, there's not a ton of cost involved as far as money to put it together, the ideas together, right? And then if you're building a physical product, then you need to decide, like David mentioned, are you going to take them off your funnel, or are you going to buy the product itself and ship it out? Or am I going to stick with just digital products, which is way easier and very low investment? And then you just need to make sure to figure out how you want to deliver these things. Do you want to deliver through just a unprotected area, or do you want to go the extra mile and go through a protected area? So these are things that you start to think about when you're starting to put these ideas together. And I'm going to tell you that I've told you before, we all have ideas, right? Everybody has ideas. Where the rubber meets the road is implementation and action, right? We can talk for 10 hours about great ideas, and we will never make $1. Well, I will, because I'm going to be paid to teach. But
That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
Right? But that's it. Where the rubber meets the road and where you're going to make your money is implementation and taking action. And let me tell you why I tell you this, because I'm certified in about 100 different things for computers, right? I have my A+, my N, my MCSE, my CCNA. It's ridiculous what I have. And as soon as someone finds out that, or they find out that I can build mobile apps and websites, like one of the first things I hear come out of their mouth is, oh my gosh, I've got a great idea for a mobile app. Now, remember what I just told you. Everybody has ideas, right? The proof in the pudding is implementing it. But I love people that come to me and say, I have a great idea. Will you do it? they've all of a sudden said, my idea is so valuable that all I have to do is just sit on the idea. I'm giving you the opportunity to do all of the work, right? I want you to remember that idea, because the true value is not the idea. The true value is getting that action and implementation. That's where the value is, okay? You guys know this. I know you know this because you guys are in Builderall and we're implementing every day, okay? So don't get mired down in thinking, oh my gosh, I've got an idea, I got another idea. Start fleshing out those ideas and thinking through them so that you can take that next step of taking action and implementation. Because ideas mean nothing if you don't start to do that step. And that's where the value of it is, okay? And then I promise you, once you guys are good at this, you're gonna have people that do that same thing. Oh, you build websites? Oh my gosh, I have a great idea for a website. Don't ever fall into that trap of letting their idea be the value, and your value is fleshing it out in implementation, because you're giving way more value than they did, right? I want you to know that, because I've fallen into that trap before. And I love people that, I'll just give you a real quick example. I used to be a high school biology teacher. You guys know that. I've said that a million times. There's another high school biology teacher that came to me and he said, I have a great idea for a mobile app. Of course, I've heard that. And he said, I've got all the great fishing spots for all 3 of the lakes here in this area of Mississippi. And it would be a great idea to put an app together to actually show those fishing spots for fishermen and then charge them to be able to access the app. And I said, you're right. That's actually a great idea. So when are you going to implement that, Shelley? And I was like, well, where are the fishing spots? And he said, well, I have them in my head. And I said, but how do I get them from your head into the app?
Mm-hmm.
I said, can you write them down for me? And he said, well, one of them's on the corner of such and such. And I said, so you want me to put on the corner of such and such? Is there any way that you can get me GPS coordinates so we can map it out? And he goes, well, I'd have to get in my boat and do all that. And I was like, sounds like you got some work to do. So the reality is, again, an idea is really just an idea until you start to flesh it out and implement it. I think he seriously wanted me, to take that idea and me do all of the rest of that app. And you can imagine the work that would have been involved with just getting ready to do the app, much less doing the app, right? So the easy part is the idea. Got it?
Got it.
And that's gonna happen with all your sales funnels, I promise. Once you get good at this, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I got another sales funnel.
Kelly, let me ask you a question.
Flesh it out. Yeah, go ahead.
I know you want to get out of here, but I got to ask this question. When you implement all those sales funnels that we're going to do right now, is that going to be incorporated with the Canvas? How is that going to work?
No, I so wish that I could do Canvas for you guys, but I'm not going to be able to do Canvas with you guys.
No, I'm not asking to do that, but I want to say, when the Canvas comes out, all the funnels that I have done, is that going to be implemented into, incorporated into to the Canvas?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that your websites will be websites. Nothing's going to change that. But Canvas is the blueprint that you start with before you build the website. Because your websites will already be built, it's not going to go backwards and create the blueprint for you. But the fascinating thing is that it's going to enable you to create the blueprint really fast so that you can then say, I want the opt-in page, I want the sales page, I want the checkout page, I want the thank you page, I want an email sequence here, I want this happening here, I want this happening here. So you build this beautiful picture of what you want your sales funnel to be. And then you go in and click make my website. So it's going to take that full blueprint and it's going to create everything that you said you wanted and connect them the way you said you wanted them connected.
So you're going to be able to work both ways then. Okay, so you're going to
but it won't go backwards.
Yeah.
It won't take a website and then say, oh, here's the blueprint for that website.
Right.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That's a really good question. I don't think I've had that question on Canvas yet, so that's a good one.
So then in essence, if we wanted to, we could take and do what we already have, implement it into Canvas, and then redo everything.
Yeah, you can. Or
Thank you,
just,
David.
just for the heck of it, you can actually just create the blueprint in Canvas and then take a picture and add it into your website.
Gotcha.
Instead of clicking the button and say, create the website, that we've already got the website. So you can just take that picture and create a new layout and call it blueprint and put that picture of the blueprint right into your website. Right?
Awesome, awesome.
Awesome. Great.
So yeah, there's going to be so much you can do with the Canvas, you guys. I think there's going to be a million ways to monetize it for sure. I cannot wait.
Are you testing that yet, Shelley?
I have access to it, but I don't think it's been officially released to certified partners. I know that Eric is really scrambling to try to get it for us. But in the time that I've spent with it, just playing with it, I've thought of a million ways to monetize Canvas beyond just creating a website, you know, for myself or for somebody else. There's so much you can do. I can imagine teaching this course right here in such a short time rather than 7 days, because we could spend such a short time just showing how to drag things in, and then boop, click the button and everything's connected. Whereas when we do it in this class, we're going to have to bounce around a little bit and go here and then go over here and then maybe go over here and then go back over here. Canvas will save a lot of that. Wow. So you can imagine if you're talking to a client and you're talking about building a website, you can have a little notebook open right at their place of business, and you can be building a structure for their website right in front of them based on what you're talking to them about. You can do online consultations with people and say, hey, I'm a sales funnel builder, and I will help you organize your sales funnel so you can get it built. And you can do a live Zoom with them just like this, charge a couple $100 an hour, and get their design built right with them as you're talking to them. Again,
that is awesome.
so many ways to monetize, right? So many ways. So it's just, to me, it's just a matter of thinking hard.
Wow.
Right? How can you monetize it?
Shelley,
So
I have
yeah, I'll be having a video coming out on all those different ways that you can monetize Canvas once it comes out. Okay.
Good.
Great.
Good.
Thank you.
quick question for you. On Monday weekly webinar, you mentioned something about a new tutorial or something that you were gonna get up and running. Is
Yeah,
that,
you did.
Yeah, those are done. Yeah.
what was the name of it, and where?
That was the SMS stuff, the text
Right.
messaging stuff.
Right.
And is that on the main page on the quick start, or?
Nope, it's not up in the dashboard yet.
Oh, so you haven't uploaded yet?
Yeah, they've got it. They've got to put it on the dashboard. That's the next step.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Yeah,
Shelley-
we've got the SMS stuff, and then we've also got the Builderall app training. So both of those are going up into the tutorial areas.
Shelley, a very quick heads up. On the bootcamp or builderallbootcamps.com, on the mobile, all the buttons are all out of sync.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
I saw a lad in the support, and I sent him he was saying something about the SMS, and I said, well, we covered a little bit of it in the boot camps, basically. And he went in, he had a look at the site, and he said, what's wrong with this? And I said, you tell me. He said, I didn't want to go into it. The buttons are all over the place. And then I said, well, okay, Grant, it just needs a little bit of tweaking. And anyway, there's the video.
Was it recently or was
today.
it was today? Okay, good. Because I did have one that messaged me and let me know that there's something wacky on the mobile, and I fixed it like right away. So I'm not real sure what it was, but if you'll tag me, I'll see it.
It's in the support. It's in the, hang on, do you want me to send you the link to?
No, just type my name in it and it will pull up my name, and then that'll tell me that I've got something I need to look at.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Good job.
And then I'll take a look.
And while I'm talking, best of good luck this afternoon.
Thank you so much. I'm ready. I'm ready. All right, guys. If there's no more questions, we'll jump in tomorrow and do Pixel Perfect. I'll do my usual thing that I do, right? I'll do the menus, and all you guys have seen, I think all of you guys have seen that. So all of you guys will be like, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to meet the needs of our new people for sure. And then we'll jump into building funnels. We'll start with some basic funnels, and we'll probably end with tripwire because that's my favorite. So we want to end it on my favorite, of course. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And until then, have a fabulous day. And hopefully I will be with one less tooth.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye,
See you guys.
guys.
tomorrow.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thanks a million.